The news has exploded all over social media, talk shows, and fan forums, and it's got everyone talking nonstop. The Dallas Cowboys are rumored to be signing Shilo Sanders, son of the legendary Deion Primetime Sanders, in what's being called a staggering $300 million deal. Now, whether that number is fully accurate or not, the buzz alone has sent shockwaves through the NFL community, and fans everywhere are asking the same question: could this actually be real? Could Jerry Jones really be preparing to make one of the boldest and most headline-grabbing moves in modern NFL history? Let's unpack everything about this story: the excitement, the skepticism, the family legacy, the Cowboys' current situation, and what this could mean for the future of the franchise. First off, Shilo Sanders isn't just some random player getting attention because of his famous father. He's carved out his own path in football. He played safety at the University of South Carolina before transferring to Jackson State, where he got the chance to play under his father's leadership. Afterward, he followed Coach Prime again to Colorado, where he made a name for himself as a hard-hitting safety with serious energy and swagger. While his college stats didn't make him an immediate first-round pick, his instincts, tackling ability, and leadership traits drew plenty of attention from scouts and analysts who saw raw potential. After going undrafted, he signed briefly with Tampa Bay, but his journey hit a few bumps, including a short-lived preseason stint that ended when he was released. Still, his determination and his football pedigree kept him in the spotlight. And when rumors surfaced that Jerry Jones and the Cowboys organization had taken interest in him, the internet lost its collective mind. People started to imagine a Sanders back in Cowboys colors again, bringing back memories of Deion Sanders' golden years in Dallas during the 1990s, that electric era when primetime helped lead the team to dominance. For longtime fans, the idea of another Sanders wearing that iconic star was pure nostalgia mixed with hope for the future. Now, let's talk about the number that's raising eyebrows: $300 million. That's a figure that makes even elite quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen blush. If that kind of deal were true, it would not only shatter NFL contract records, but completely redefine how teams value defensive backs. And while it's extremely unlikely that an unproven young safety would command that type of contract, the rumor has taken on a life of its own. Some fans believe the figure might represent a total value, including endorsements, incentives, and a multi-year structure that ties into brand partnerships or even media projects involving the Sanders family. After all, Deion Sanders is a marketing powerhouse, and the family has built a major following across social media, college football, and entertainment platforms. For the Cowboys, it's not hard to see why this story resonates. Jerry Jones has always been one of the most aggressive and publicity-savvy owners in all of professional sports. He understands how to capture headlines, sell jerseys, and turn the Cowboys into not just a team, but a global brand. Signing the son of one of the most beloved Cowboys in franchise history would generate an avalanche of attention, not just in the sports world, but across pop culture. Imagine the promotional potential: Shilo in the locker room, Deion on the sidelines as a proud father, the Sanders name back in Arlington, and the Cowboys leveraging that nostalgia in every possible way. Even if the deal itself never happens, the story alone has done what the Cowboys always managed to do: dominate the conversation. Still, behind the excitement, there are real football questions. Can Shilo Sanders live up to the hype? Can he fit into Dan Quinn's defensive system, or whatever system the Cowboys are running if staff changes occur? How would he adjust to the speed and complexity of the NFL after an up-and-down college career? The Cowboys' secondary has been solid at times, but inconsistent when it comes to big-game performances. A player like Shilo could theoretically bring a spark, especially if he can channel his father's trademark confidence and athleticism. But talent evaluation in the NFL is ruthless. You have to earn every snap, every paycheck, every cheer from the crowd. The Cowboys have burned before on high-profile moves that didn't translate into wins. Jerry Jones might love star power, but he also loves results. Still, there's no denying that Shilo embodies the modern NFL athlete's mix of charisma, family legacy, and media savvy. His personality is big, his confidence is unshakable, and his social media presence has already drawn him a dedicated fan base. That alone makes him marketable in today's game, where teams look not just for athletic performance, but for branding potential. The idea of pairing Shilo with his brother Shedeur, someday in the NFL, both sons of Deion, under the bright lights of Dallas? That's a storyline straight out of Hollywood. You could already picture the documentaries, the commercials, the primetime interviews. Coach Prime standing at midfield at a T&T stadium, flashing that trademark smile as both of his sons suit up in Cowboys uniforms. It's the kind of visual that makes sponsors drool. The potential marketing value alone could justify a massive investment, even if the $300 million number is exaggerated. From a business standpoint, it's the type of story that re-energizes a fan base, sells out training camp, and keeps Dallas at the center of every sports conversation. For Shilo, this could be a chance at redemption and a chance to carve out his own identity. He's lived in the shadow of his father's legacy for years, and while that connection has opened doors, it's also set expectations sky high. Signing with the Cowboys, even hypothetically, would mean carrying the weight of those expectations every single day. But that's what makes the potential story so captivating. The NFL thrives on narratives, the underdog, the redemption arc, the family dynasty. And right now, the Sanders family might be the most compelling football family in America. Coach Prime is changing college football culture at Colorado. Shedeur is positioning himself as a future NFL quarterback, and Shilo, despite his setbacks, remains determined to prove that he belongs at the highest level. For the Cowboys, who have spent decades chasing their next Super Bowl ring, this kind of energy and story could bring new life to the organization. Imagine the chemistry in the locker room, the fire in practice, and the sense of pride that would come from wearing a name that's already legendary in Dallas. Whether he signs a $300 million deal, a smaller one-year contract, or even returns to prove himself in another league first, the attention around him proves that his name still carries weight. For a young player, that's both a blessing and a challenge. He has the opportunity to turn hype into history, to show that the Sanders name isn't just a legacy of the past, but a force for the future. The Cowboys, too, face a similar challenge. Year after year, they are called contenders, and year after year, they fall short of the ultimate goal. Maybe this is the spark they need, the kind of symbolic, emotional move that unites fans, boosts morale, and reminds everyone what the star on that helmet stands for. Whether it's fact or fantasy, the rumor of Shilo Sanders joining the Cowboys has already done its job. It's reignited conversation, inspired hope, and brought a wave of nostalgia and excitement that only the Cowboys can generate. Fans are debating, analysts are speculating, and the NFL world is watching. That's the power of a great story. It doesn't even have to be official to make an impact. And if one day we do see Shilo Sanders walk onto the field at a T&T stadium, wearing that iconic star, it'll be more than a signing, it'll be the continuation of a legend. Until then, the whispers, the hope, and the imagination will keep the dream alive, because in Dallas, everything's bigger: the fans, the stories, the expectations, and yes, even the rumors.